What's going on, guys? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table, guys. It's at the end of the weekend. It's normally this is a little show that I catch up with all my friends on the community from the community. Sometimes I have a bunch of them on. Sometimes I have a couple of them on. But I have two of them. I have Anthony. I have D.
Dang it, man! Anthony.
Yeah. So I got
you weren't on when he got ready to start, and he was about to go, and I was gonna be like, and no one showed up. None of his
called
friends.
Nick of Time, baby.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Well timed, sir. Well timed.
Yeah. So they showed up, and then Anthony's Indiegogo actually stopped to actually got cut off to this week, but he made it into what is it?
It's in demand.
In demand. That's what I was trying to say.
It just I don't make it. It just I met my goal, so it just rolled over. So it still is available. Venerella #2 still available on Indiegogo, but very short time, like maybe two weeks, and I'm gonna cut it off because I'm almost done with the book, and paper is short, and I'm just gonna say, it's done.
Right.
So you got another 2 weeks if you want to order Venerella #2. You get an issue of #1 with it. As a lot of people, the last couple of days, I got some big spikes in sales, and a lot of folks were buying the full package for all the new issue. And then what was nice is I got a lot of first-time readers who signed up and got the add-on, but they didn't just add one cover, they bought all 5 covers. So they're real, I guess, real completionists. So I have 41 backers, 42 backers, something like that. So I got the same amount of backers, but I am a couple of $100 short of my last campaign. But I guess I just priced out the covers too high. I don't know, but also keep in mind, I had one benefactor last issue that actually bought a few original art pages. So if you actually minus his contribution, because he only bought one this time, that could make a difference. There's a guy somewhere online. He's on Instagram a lot. He buys a lot of original artwork, and he bought 3 pages from me last time. So, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I did what I could, man. So
both me and you and Daryl, much appreciated. Yeah. The other guy on the podcast, he can suck a soundtrack for 10.
Me and Jeff have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's 3 people here. How many of them have backed your the Indiegogo?
The 3 people. Well, I haven't backed myself.
There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
but there's another guy who joins us who hasn't backed the last one or this one, so whatever.
Yeah.
And he has, and before he comes on, if he comes on, all his opinions suck, and his taste in everything sucks, and he claims to be so open-minded, but he's the most toxic person on the internet. He's been trolling. He's been trolling Robert Pattinson's Batman movie for a whole year.
I am a.
Has it been a whole year?
I'm a very toxic person as well. Come on
now.
Nah, you're really not.
You're not.
I need to try harder.
Our other buddy is a little more toxic than anybody else. But yeah. Hold on. Oh,
I actually went to my LCS this week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got some stuff, and I also went antiquing kind of with the wife yesterday.
Well, that's kind of cool.
In downtown DeLand, and my good buddy at Cliff's Books. Cliff's Books, who's always at the Daytona and DeLand show. Since the pandemic started, he has this wonderful shop in downtown DeLand, Florida, and I'm giving him a shout out because most of the pandemic he's been closed or he was only open for appointment because I believe his spouse was kind of health
High risk.
compromised.
Okay.
And but now he's open on Saturdays. And I was pleasantly surprised when I went to downtown DeLand and his store was open because, man, he's got so much good stuff. And so anyone in the DeLand shopping in downtown DeLand, go check out Cliff's Books.
Very cool. Did you pick
Good
up
old
anything?
Flavin.
Yeah, so I got the books back from CGC, or I got the books back from
More
yeah.
toxic than trauma.
Yeah, Trauma. Trauma made Toxic Avenger films.
Good old
Yeah.
Toxie.
So there's good play on words there. Old James Gunn stomping grounds.
Yep. But I got the books back from CGC. I got my childhood book that I bought when I was 8 years old. I actually found that. That was kind of cool. So, and then that's pretty. And then pretty much I picked up I didn't pick up my pool this week, but I went to buy other things.
We have a Russian bot in the comments. His name is Simply Incredible Podcast.
Click on the link for hot nudes.
All right, so I'll show off the.
Oh Lord, please.
Oh, it up.
So this is
The
the
lukewarm nudes.
Yeah, this is the book that I picked up when I was 8. I still remember just how I picked it up. I made my first $2 from my mom. When my mom owned the restaurant and stuff. Made my first $2. Actually went to the newsstand and actually picked this book up. And I always thought this was a first issue. I always thought this was June 3rd up here. Or yes, but come to find out it's a 3rd issue.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I got the CGC book back from Suncoast Con last year. I thought that thing was in 2019, but it was in 2021 when I met Eric Basaluda eBass and got this Lady Death signed. Came back a 9.8 gold label.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool. And then I got that Vampirella book back if I can actually find that damn book.
Hey, can I ask you? Hey, Jeff.
Mhm.
What's the difference between what is the yellow, the gold label, and the blue label? Is the yellow ones for autograph stuff?
Yeah, yellow's for autographs, like the witnessed autographs.
I got you.
Yeah, and then
because I only own one in my
right.
entire collection, and it's got a yellow one because it's signed by George Perez.
What a rookie question.
Yeah, here
I'm
you go.
sorry. Wasn't that a newbie, novice, lame question?
Remember, I told you guys I had book got rejected from CGC.
That's nice.
Come to find out, this is the book that was rejected, and come to find out, I know why now. If you take a really close look at the edge on the top and the bottom and the sides of the book, it's too much book.
Oh, it's too big?
No, it's not too big. It's the way the I guess the blade landed and cut right. All these covers that cut too much covers. Cut too much covers off for the book, because if you size a normal book next to them, it's too much. It's too much cover. It's actually like it's a little bigger.
That's kind of what I said.
Yeah.
It's too big.
It's not as small as the rest of them. That's what
it's not standard 6.75 by 10.27 or whatever the comic.
Give Jeff credit. His stuff is bigger than the rest of us. Okay.
Yeah. So they're scared when they cut, because it's not like old style of CGC slabs. Now they compress the damn thing. So when they're gonna compress it, they're gonna
squish the top.
Yeah, squish the corners and stuff. So that's why they didn't do that. So that was interesting. And then I got my George Perez book back, but I'm gonna probably send it back off with them again and go get what was it? Jim Starlin was the one that written the story, right? Anthony? Gauntlet.
Yes, sir.
So so I'm gonna go send it off with them to go get him to do it, and then slab it, because I already paid for George's, so it's the same price, so might as well just send it off and go get his. Yeah. And then that's pretty much what I picked up this week. I didn't pick up much, so yeah. And I didn't have much in my pool box anyway, so
well, you know me, I wasn't there for a month, so I only had
Yeah.
like 5 things in it, but that's how
Yeah.
little I get now. And actually, I put some stuff back, but I also picked up some new stuff, which is going to surprise. I picked up a title to surprise everybody when they see it. But anyway, what'd you get, D? Anything?
I went to the flea market and got some stuff.
Could you show us?
I can. See, there you go.
Please. Those look like white boards.
They are. You know what? Surprisingly, at the flea market, they were very white. I was a little surprised. There'd be a little yellowing on there. It's very nice. It's very nice.
When it's yellow, it's better. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Nice. There you go.
We got the Superman one.
Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Very quietly.
That's a fantastic book.
I think that cover is just gorgeous too.
One of the best.
It's a newsstand. Contest of Champions. I just thought that cover was absolutely awesome. So I was like, yeah, we'll grab that too. Yeah, $1 bin. Gotta like it. And I thought that was cool. Yeah, $1 bin.
That's cool.
I figured I'd get it.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's that? Shang-Chi chopping somebody in half?
It's just, they're so fast they can actually bend light. That's what's going on here.
Nice.
They're bending light. This cover right here, I was surprised I could actually find this because it's very rare. Look at how gorgeous that is.
Wow, what a great cover.
That is beautiful.
That's fantastic.
The detail kind of in this area right here is phenomenal.
Awesome. My next book is going to be just a bunch of pages like that.
Yeah. Some nice Fantastic Four. So,
who's that on the cover? Anybody drawing
that? That is, you got the Spider-Man, you got the Human Torch, and you got some wild blood down there or something.
I got you.
Down there, so
I didn't know if it was Eric Larson or somebody or something like that.
No, I don't. I know that's Spider-Man, all right. It's not Eric Larson.
Oh, come on.
There we go. We got this kind of an homage.
These look all like late 90s stuff here.
This is probably is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's 97.
This is from February 361.
Okay. According to Jeff.
Yes, there we go. Secret Origin Teen Titans.
Nice.
I do like the old Secret Origins.
That's nice. It looks like a Perez cover or someone mocking Perez.
Mm-hmm. I would say it probably is the Perez, but I'm not sure on that. And then we've got some, let's put these in correct order, otherwise it just doesn't flow. DC versus Marvel, issue 1 and issue 2. Right there. And then some spectacular Spider-Man. I always love this cover.
That's a nice cover.
Whenever I can find one, I might as well pick it up.
I like Night of the Living Ned.
Yes. He's always hiding way in the back. That's Flanders over here for those who don't know. Ned Flanders.
I got you.
But that's all I picked up. Nothing too much.
Nothing too major.
Nothing too much. No.
All right.
It's the free market. They don't have it so much.
All right. Well, let's get Anthony in here and show up. Yeah.
Well, first off, I want to show you I'm working on a new page of Venerella right now.
Very nice.
Show you some of my shading process. That's the process. I do the forms first, then I do backgrounds, or sometimes if I'm going like dark background, I do all the backgrounds first so I can make the nice lines around it. Look at that. Look at those man nipples there. And there's still some pencils on this page, but I have been out of the loop for a long time and I haven't been to my LCS. Now, first thing, no secret, I told everybody, everybody's going to go, but I am picking up a Marvel title. I picked up the second copy of She-Hulk. I saw our good buddy, DC Randall, posting on Facebook about how shitty the paper is. Look at the Marvel. Look at the Marvel paper as my lamp hits it.
Yeah,
you can see the serrated. And by the way, the covers are tissue paper thin.
Yeah,
and so is the interior. And to be honest with you, for guys like me who are readers, I don't care. To be honest with you, when you look through the book, the pages are okay. You little Jack of Hearts action going on there.
Oh, nice.
A little quick review. I was impressed with issue number 1, issue 2. Not
That's
so
cool.
much.
Okay. So you might not be picking it up.
to disappoint D even further. I'm still picking up Gunslinger Spawn because Brett Booth is still drawing it. It is the only Spawn that I'm grabbing, and the artwork is just phenomenal. Again, Brett Booth. Anybody
if it was
knows
Brett
him?
the Hitman Art doing the artwork, I would buy it.
Arrow, I know him, but this was in my box. It took me a while to get it. Look at them boobies.
Yeah.
I'm late on this too, but this was also sitting in my box.
Better late than never, though, man.
Here's the
Speaking
surprise.
of Lady Death.
Here's the surprise. Ready? The paper's better. And
how much better?
No, I saw this on the rack, and I saw the cover art match the interior artist.
Ooh,
there's a title, and I know I'm crazy because I've been burnt before, but Tom King has a new series called Batman Killing Time. And by the way, the first issue hooked me. I want to show off the art a little bit. I want to show you this. I want to show you the art in this book. This is a splash page, like number 6. Look at that Batman. This is written. This is drawn by a Rick Marquez, I believe. And the artwork in here is fantastic. And to be honest with you, there's no psychological, I'm screwed up, tongue PTSD crap. It just seems like a good Batman title. And by the way, it's only one of 6. So Tom King only has 5 more issues to disappoint me. But as I said, the artwork in here is fantastic. Killer, like all the Rogues Gallery are in here. Killer Croc, Riddler. Look at this splash page, Catwoman, by the way.
But I don't think he's gonna disappoint because since it's a mini series, he's okay with mini series.
I know.
Anything long, anything
that's
longer.
That's why I got it, because I actually am a fan. I was a fan of Tom King until he kind of went off the rails a little bit. But that's what I got on my LCS.
Until Batman 50.
LCS. Hey guys, story was good on the Killing Time. Yeah, Eddie from the Batcave, I liked it a lot. I got hooked, and I'll stay for the next 5 issues and see what's what. I went to Deland. I got this nice issue number 39 of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, 1966. I also got this issue number 43. The comic is in great shape. It's the plastic, the bag that's wrinkled and whatever. Very cool. The Scourge of the Sahara. It's got Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos going on a mission to find a super tank. Like it's a Death Star on a tank that Rommel's forces have, which could turn the tide in the war in North Africa. So anyway, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, I'm a huge fan. Anybody that's ever watched this knows I have a Sergeant Fury. I have a Sergeant Fury fetish. And a really cool find, because I would never be able to get Star Slayer. I would never get. Yeah, I just got it yesterday, Eddie. I haven't gone through my stuff yet, of course. Hey, Star Slayer, like whatever those issues that the Rocketeer first appeared in. I have, Rocketeer, what is there, 7 or 8 issues in the story? They're in like 3 or 4 different printers. One's like PC Comics, and one's First Comics, and one's, I don't know, other company. My point is, though, I've been looking to collect the entire Rocketeer collection, and I got it this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. Very nice.
It's the complete story. I think there's 8 issues to tell the story. It kind of ends weird, and this is, by the way, the whole story of the Rocketeer, told and collected, and it just ends with this great Betty shot. And that's it, and it's gone. It's done. Dave Stevens, although had a much success with the Rocketeer, and I think they're celebrating the anniversary of the Rocketeer this year, 25th anniversary. Again, that's it. That's the whole collected run. That's in this cool. Beautiful. IDW put this out a few years ago, and again, I actually have a few of the issues in the newsprint that it was originally printed on in the singles, but I didn't have the whole, and so I want to show you one more thing. Okay. I got this way back when at Ollie's, but I never showed it on the thing because showed the Frank Quitely, Grant Morrison Super 1, whatever it's called. I wanted to show you this book, Graphic Inc. DC Comics of Frank Quitely. It's a coffee table book, and I had picked it up several months ago. Okay. And I want to show you that it has, like, not only does it have a retrospective of Frank Quitely's career, but it has like whole stories in it. Reprinted, cool. Unpublished stories, complete stories, Batman, Grant Morrison, man stuff, everything. Actually has whole stories in it and goes through Frank Quitely's career and pinups and black and white art like this. So if you're a fan of Frank Quitely, look this up on eBay, or if you're lucky, go to Ollie's. If you're lucky like me, you can get it at Ollie's for $7.99 or something. Yep. But Frank Quitely is quite the accomplished artist. He has amazing stuff in here. It shows some of his indie work, his Flex Mentalo series that he did, which is so awesome. Also written by Grant Morrison. And it also has some work he did, a lot of Batman, a lot of Superman. And again, this is the DC Comics part of Frank Quitely. But Frank Quitely also did X-Men by Grant Morrison and a lot of Marvel stuff too. But anyway, I recommend that since we brought up Frank Quitely. Go find that book, either at your local Ollie's if they still have it, or on eBay. But it's a really good book.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another co-host that actually finally got to join us. And his name is DC Randall. Better late than never. Here he comes. Here he comes crashing in with nothing to show.
I actually joined like 10 minutes ago, and I was just waiting.
Yeah, I purposely did that.
Yeah. I figured you did.
You got anything? You got anything to show us?
Yeah. This is kind of a light week for Marvel and DC.
All right.
I got a DC Black Label, The Rogues. Don't let the cover art fool you. The art is not as good on the inside. It's solid though. Like, it's not bad art, but it's just I don't know. I was expecting something more. But the cool thing though is that Joshua Williamson is writing this. I've said it before, and I'll say it again in case you're a new viewer. Joshua Williamson is one of the most underrated, popular comic book writers out there right now. In fact, he's going to be doing the DC big event, the Dark Crisis. He's doing that, and he's been doing a lot of other DC books. He's been doing Robin. He's been doing Deathstroke. I think he's going to be doing the Batman Shadow War, like little event book between all the Bat titles. I also got, and I think it looks really cool, I'm a sucker for Earth 3. There's the War of Earth 3 story. So this is the Teen Titans tie-in. This is part 4. So a bunch of other books are tying in, small mini event story. Where basically Amanda Waller and like her side members of the Suicide Squad are invading Earth 3. And then I'm going to show off Task Force Z. I do like the top right here. It's a little homage to Fast and the Furious, the Bat and the Furious with the Batmobile here. It's pretty cool. And then I actually have a Marvel book to show off. Mr. David Michelini is back, and he is doing a miniseries, Venom: Lethal Protector. I'm digging the art. It has like a 90s feel.
Like 2 decades ago.
Show you a little bit of the
So
art
how's
in
the
there.
paper, Rando? Since you've been sharing on Facebook about how crappy the paper is.
Yeah. So there's like 3 books in particular. It's Iron Man 18, Maestro, however you pronounce it, issue 2, and I'm trying to remember what the other third book. Oh, Savage Spider-Man number 2. If you think some of the Marvel books that you have that the covers are bad, this is worse. Okay, that She-Hulk that you're holding up. These books, I'm telling you, go to your local comic shop, look for those 3 titles, and feel the cover, and you're going to be like, "Holy shit!" Marvel has really downgraded. Yeah, no, it's worse than that. Worse than that.
How
It feels
thin is
like
it?
newsprint.
Well,
It feels
the
like
thing is,
newsprint.
I showed the fact that when you look at the cover in the light, that it's serrated, like it's been dipped in water. That's how thin it is. That it's got 10 lines going through it. That
It looks like
the covers of these books look so bad. It looks like the
exactly.
ink is. It looks like the ink is literally bleeding.
I knew the word corrugated.
Okay. But yeah, I was holding those books in my hands today, and I just thought to myself, good Lord, like with what they're charging for these books, I'm like, I think another description I gave it was it's toilet paper covered in ink.
I've been told you guys that stuff, man. Their paper's like toilet paper. I've been told you that one.
Yeah, well, no, this is like legit, actual toilet paper.
Well, if we end up in another toilet paper shortage, you guys know who to blame. You guys know who to blame.
Well,
Marvel.
that barrier with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm my only guess is that Marvel is experimenting again, and what they're doing is the titles in the books that are the least ordered are going to get the shitty covers, even shittier covers. Like if you already hate the covers for the Marvel books, you're going to hate these even worse. Like you're probably thinking to yourself, like, there's no way they can get worse. Marvel literally has said, "Hey, hold my beer." Like they've gotten worse. They've gotten worse.
Well, the Iron Mans, are the covers still being done by Alex Ross every month?
Yes.
So the fact that they're printing bad paper for an Alex Ross cover is weird. And say whatever you want about McFarlane or the independents.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
Like this Gunslinger, nice cardstock, covers cardstock on every book, $2.99. So I don't think it's about price. I just think it's about a big corporation that prints so many comic books internationally in different languages. They have so many presses that it's just they don't care, And DC hasn't denigrated to that. In fact, if you want to do a comparison, not to cut you off, but I'm not going to show the interiors. The interiors of all DC books have a dull finish. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be Black Label or regular. They're not glossy, but there is some weight to them. And of course, the covers are like old school covers. They are thin. They're as thin as the interiors, but they are coated. And Marvel's stuff is not coated. Marvel is what they're doing is they're doing what's called a self cover, whereas the actual cover is the same exact stock as the inside. So they're doing self covers on at least just like the Iron Man you said. This She-Hulk is a self cover.
Yeah.
This inside, the interior and the exterior pages are the same. There's no difference in texture. I'm telling you, man.
Those 3 books I mentioned, when you rub the fingertips onto the
covers, I wouldn't recommend you rubbing fingers on them because the ink comes off.
When you feel it, you will feel it instantly. You will.
When you get this book, you could rub some things.
Yeah.
mean,
But I wouldn't recommend
Yeah.
you rubbing your fingers on any of
Don't be
that
groping
Iron
the
Man
comic
book or
books.
any of those other books because they're famous for their inks coming right off of the book when you do that. So I'm giving you
Yeah.
guys heads up. So do not
No,
rub those books.
it legit feels like newsprint from the 1980s. Like
Well,
that's what it feels like. Like
mm,
it's not even like a different. Like you mentioned, like I can feel the difference between some of the covers and the paper. I agree that they're both thin. They're exactly the same thin quality, but the actual paper quality, I feel like the covers are now matching the exact quality of the paper on the inside.
Well,
Um,
certain books by Marvel that aren't being written by Donny Cates and the outside of the X titles. Some of the books are so crappy that they're figuring you're just going to use it for toilet paper anyway. So it should be that
I
Scott
mean,
tissue, Angel
and
Soft.
sadly, the Marvel fans, yeah, sadly, the Marvel fans continue to put up with it. Marvel continues to get the numbers that they want.
You tell them Marvel
And
Rambo.
the only way that, listen, money talks. The only way you're going to get Marvel to actually put in quality into their books, stop buying their books. I hate saying that. I really do.
that ain't gonna
What-
happen. You know that much.
What Marvel
there's-
is trying to do
No,
is
it's
something
worked
that
before.
Anthony has said for a while. They're trying to make the carpet match the drapes only by feel, but not with the.
yeah.
No, listen. A long time
I
ago,
didn't say that.
DC did a promotion called Drawing the Line at $2.99. Now, a lot of people
Yeah, well.
thought, like if you weren't paying attention,
Decades
you
ago with
didn't
that.
realize the good that DC did. The good thing that DC did. Okay, Marvel had started pushing a lot of their books to go $3.99. I remember specifically Daredevil going $3.99. When they did Drawing the Line at $2.99, the sales had plummeted with several titles over at Marvel that literally, I want to say 2 months after DC started releasing everything $2.99,
Mhm.
the books that they had bumped up to $3.99, they had dropped back down to $2.99. DC did that to Marvel. They forced Marvel's hand. Marvel was looking to make more money. DC did Drawing the Line at $2.99, and Marvel dropped their prices back down just to compete.
Oh.
Obviously, Dan Didio, even in an interview, said that Drawing the Line at $2.99 wasn't ever supposed to be forever. It was just supposed to be for that time period to try and draw in more readers and more customers. And also, I think it was also to slow down because Marvel was always the first publisher to bump up their prices. But recently, DC did a 180. And DC was the first company to kind of push the majority of their books to $4.99. So they're now getting the head start on Marvel. And
Good
so
for
I
them.
noticed like a lot of Marvel books are still $3.99, especially the ones with those really, really crappy covers that I just mentioned. Those are at $3.99. But I have a feeling like Marvel's getting ready, like they're about to take that next step to where all their books are going to be $4.99. And then when they do that, then DC, whatever DC's books that they have at $3.99, they also will be pushing at $4.99. So be prepared. Your comic books. We've already been hearing about inflation. Inflation's been going up in a lot of places. It's about to happen, and it's about to hit comic books, I believe. So be prepared to budget. Be prepared to either start dropping titles and start budgeting and just picking like your favorite books and save your money. So that's my guess on what I think is gonna happen very, very soon.
What's up,
Mhm.
Tito?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, the thing is that I don't think it's about just the price. I think it's like me. I've stopped buying some titles because I can't stick them in my gas tank. And
Yeah.
I think collectors and readers will have to be a little bit more selective. And I think that speculative market on these new issues that could be keys may dry away. Like, that punchline shit that we saw 2 years ago, or that Joker, King, Robin, whatever, all those
Bullshit.
things,
Yeah.
I think that, and I'm not signaling out DC, but even just Marvel, when they come out with titles, whether it's a new Doctor Strange who's Cleo or some other character or whatever, and then you have the whole Marvel TV show tie-in. I think I think the market will still be people like us, other people in the chat, people that watch the replay, who buy keys or buy popular items or books that ran in the past, but maybe are not looking at the new titles. Also, because maybe the quality is not there. I mean, Randall, I noticed that it seems like there's 8 million Batman titles. However, you'll be surprised. I didn't know if you saw it, but I picked up Killing Time by Tom King.
Yeah, while I was waiting for you guys to
and
let me in, I
Marquez.
saw the entire thing.
The artwork is fantastic. The issue
David
number
Marquez
one,
is fantastic.
issue number one, fantastic. Now that could be a thing. Maybe King wrote a good first issue and kills the last 5. I don't know, but they hooked me because I picked it off the stand because the cover shouted to me, buy me. And when I opened and browsed through it, and I'm like, wow, this is a nice book.
I'm surprised you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't pick up World's Finest.
I don't know. All those 20 gay covers all turned me off. I didn't want to get them.
Well, I mean, you got Mark Waid writing it. You got Dan Mora doing the art. It's a real fun book. Plus, if you like the Doom Patrol characters,
yeah, I do. Yeah, I know. I saw it. It's still in my LCS from the other week because there's 20 million covers.
Right.
I mean, and I didn't mean gay, and I didn't mean gay as a derogatory toward homosexuality. No, I meant gay. I meant gay as in the covers are so vibrant and flat, and I even saw one where they're smacking each other like the meme. It's just it's crazy marketing. Why couldn't they just come out with one cover for me to look at? By the way, by Dan Mora. I would have liked to see a Dan Mora cover, and all I saw was these pulpy art Pride looking covers, and I don't know.
Well, then your LCS failed you because they
did.
The cover A is a Dan Mora cover, and I think the Jerry Seinfeld cover is a Dan Mora cover as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
One thing I like about indies, they only come out with one cover of stuff.
Well, no.
Unless it's Walking Dead or Spawn.
That's a crowdfunding to give you more product.
Hey, wait a minute. The crowd funds DC and Marvel too. They just do it a slightly different way.
The stores crowdfund DC and Marvel. They buy all those copies to get that good incentive. And then my LCS has a pile of variant covers on the wall for the next 3 weeks. And then it goes in the box.
That's more on the LCS than it is on DC or Marvel.
I know. Well, I guess we're just damning my LCS, aren't we?
Yeah. So, what's interesting is a customer came into the store today, and he bought 4 copies of the Jerry Seinfeld cover. And he mentioned that apparently a couple of the other stores, apparently a couple of the stores in the area do not have that cover.
Oh, I'm gonna make. What's up with this eBay?
Either 2 things happened. Either those stores that he went to, including his LCS, either dropped the ball and didn't order a lot or didn't order any copies of the Jerry Seinfeld cover, or it was a popular cover and a lot of people came in and bought them up right away as it came out. So I was pleasantly surprised. I knew it was going to be somewhat of a popular cover, but I wasn't expecting for a new store where we don't have a heavy amount of traffic. I had a guy show up and was like, "Am I allowed to take as many covers as I want?" I'm like, "Absolutely." We're not we're a new store and we're happy for the business.
If I come in there,
4 or 5 copies of the same book, by all means.
If I go in there and I can just say, "Hey, can I take some of these books?" You'll be like, "You certainly can, sir."
Yeah. And he was a nice guy. And
you have a good one, buddy.
So my
I'll be back
business
next
partner,
week and I'll take some more.
I think my business partner will be pleasantly surprised when he comes in and he's like, "Where did all these copies go?" I'm like, "Out the door. Somebody bought them."
Oh, they paid for them. I thought you just gave them to me. Nah, I guess I'm not coming out there after all. Dang it.
Man, this is why you need to have an LCS in your town, because you've totally forgotten how LCS operates.
Yeah, so you can be disappointed weekly in your
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. I can go in and be like, oh, this sucks.
You could just go in and say, "Where's the dollar box? Where is it?"
I'll go there and be like, look at this. This sucks.
Let me tell you something. Simply Incredible will have literally the opposite reaction of what Anthony's reaction is. So he'll immediately be like, "What are you talking about, Anthony? I went to my LCS and I had the exact opposite situation. Like, I had such a great time." And
are you calling me George Costanza right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that
it sounds like it? That's what it sounds like.
Everything in my entire life went wrong. I'm going to do the opposite from now on.
Well, did you guys hear who they casted as Black Cat?
Sydney Sweeney.
No.
Sydney Sweeney.
I don't think that's confirmed.
I don't think so either. She's just in the Madam Web movie.
Did you guys hear who they're thinking of casting with Miles Morales? What did you guys think of that one?
Oh, that's another rumor too, and that's just Will Smith trying to like hype up his son.
Oh
no, yeah, that can't act for
it's gonna be. It's actually gonna be Willow Smith is gonna play Miles Morales.
But being honest, if he does get casted, you know how many people are gonna go.
Oh yeah. I mean,
they were talking about him being static a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I want Kevin Hart as Miles Morales.
Yeah, I think I know what the problem is. The problem is that Will is so very outgoing, and he knows how to play the media and he knows how to promote, and his son doesn't know how to do any of that. So I think the thing that pisses off people is that Will Smith is setting him up to like be the success, and it's like he's not doing it himself. So like people are getting this impression like
that's not my problem with that though. My problem is with is that he can't act for shit. Because if you've seen his that is true.
I heard Robert Pattinson's
can't act either.
Who?
You know who? The thing you've been crapping on for freaking 2 years.
I said Robert Pattinson's going to be Miles Morales.
Yeah.
They said we want a Spider-Man who's not going to smile.
He's going to do a grounded take on Miles Morales.
Kristen Stewart is going to be Miles Morales.
Kristen Stewart
he's actually going to get Wesley Snipes.
It just literally sits there.
He's going to get Wesley Snipes, and he's going to have like Miles Morales fighting bad guys on the basketball court, and it's going to be just like dunking on them and stuff like that. Like that's what he's going to do. He's going to go a grounded take on white men can't be superheroes. Bam, like dunking on the white man.
Well, what? So, I didn't know they were rumors because I saw. I'm like, really? I go.
No, they're rumors.
Okay, they were okay. I didn't know. I just saw the article. I'm like, that's gonna be
like Sydney Sweeney, hot actress from White Lotus and the TV show on HBO Euphoria. She's a blonde, very buxom, very pretty girl. She has been signed on to the Madam Web movie or show or whatever it is,
right.
But we don't know what character. But she actually would be a good Black Cat if that's the rumor.
They're thinking two characters. I remember they were saying rumor of two characters. That one or Silver Sable, something like that.
Yeah, well, she would be good for both. And
my God, you guys
very easy on the eyes.
Missed a shot on this. She's blonde and she's in a Madam Web movie. She would be Gwen Stacy. She would be Spider-Gwen. Like that's the speculation that I've been hearing.
Oh, okay. That actually, know what? She looks like Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. So that would be 3.
The comic version of Gwen Stacy.
Right.
And who works with her on Euphoria?
Yeah, Zendaya.
Right. And who's been on the set of Euphoria.
Right. But
Howling. So
it's either 3. So we got 3 of them. So I mean,
What about
either three.
Typhoid Mary? I
mean-
want her in something.
Ask yourself this question: why would Black Cat be working with Madam Web? Why would Silver Sable be working with Madam Web?
Well, it doesn't have to be she's working with Madam Web. It could be her. They make her appear in, you know what I mean, like Black Cat, because originally they said, hold on, let me finish. They said Black Cat was gonna show up in Spider-Man 4. They didn't say she was gonna show up at Madam Web's movie. They said if they did sign her on for they would show up in
But Black Cat would show up in Spider-Man 4 because she would be the new love interest.
Could be, but we don't know that for sure. So
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, she's not going to just make cameos, you know?
Right. Well, like they've been saying,
you literally were about to go up and cut her head off, dude. Come on, that's just wrong.
Yeah, but being honest, I can see. I mean, Gwen Stacy, I can see.
She looks really good for the role.
No, like,
but
she's also like young enough to where like she's in the same age range with
Zendaya
Tom Holland
and
Zendaya,
right?
You know, so you want, if you're going to introduce somebody, but the real question though is Madam Web going to be part of the Spider-Man universe, Sony, or is it actually going to tie in with the MCU? You know, so I mean, until we see what's the movie coming out.
What are you guys laughing at? What am I sharing? Something bad?
Look, she is a modern woman. She can do whatever she wants. Don't you like pigeonhole her into one little thing. That lady can do what she wants.
Yeah, but who do we? But honestly, but who do we think? But which Madam?
They have to be in this.
But but my thing is the actress that they got playing Madam Web. But which Madam Web do you guys all think she's going to be playing? Either the alternate universe Madam. I understand that either alternate universe Madam Web or either they're going to use the 616 version of Madam Web.
She's actually going to be the 50 Shades of Grey Madam Web.
You mean the Carmen Sandiego looking Madam Web?
Carmen Sandiego.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, because
this is the same actress that was in 50 Shades of Grey, by the way. That's the joke.
Yeah, we're aware.
Nah, I wasn't, because I have not seen that, so I had no idea.
Yeah, but my thing is, they're thinking she's going to be alternate. Like a lot of people think she's going to be the alternate universe version of Madam Web, not the main continuity Madam Web.
The only Madam Web that I've been familiar with was from the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s. She looks like she was like very powerful, like she could cross into other dimensions and other worlds. So because of the multiverse, maybe she's going to be one of those characters that can bounce around from different multiverses, which makes sense that we would get Spider-Gwen, because Spider-Gwen is from another alternate Marvel universe.
Right.
And not to mention they're currently doing the Spider-Gwen.
I'm hoping I'm hoping the Spider-Gwen shows up in this movie, because I got the first appearance. I need that thing to go so I can get an 8-0 Vampy.
Yeah, I think you can count on it, because I'm sure Sony realizes the popularity of Into the Spider-Verse, the animated film, and they know that the sooner that they can make live action versions from that film, the bank they're going to make. You know, I think that's what Sony is most definitely counting on.
Yeah, but I'm like, and then Morbius is supposed to be coming, so Morbius is supposed to be coming soon too.
What the hell? Morbius is coming out in like a week or so, right?
Yeah.
What the heck? What? I see no advertising on television.
Nope.
Regular TV. I've seen nothing. Like I see ads on Instagram and I see some stuff on YouTube, but man,
I thought it was like middle of April or end of April. That it's coming out.
No, it's the 10th, I believe. It's the beginning of April.
Maybe the beginning of April. Like,
they've been on a very, very tepid, mediocre, lukewarm push on it this last month.
Yeah, I've been seeing it during the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
So it is. It has.
My
it
wife,
has been on
my wife
TV.
don't let me watch sports.
That's grounds for divorce.
Got too much drawing to do.
Oh wow, yeah, Morbius is releasing on the 1st of April.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
And by the way, it might not even
They've
come
been
out
talking
because it's
about
April
Fool's
Fool's
for
Day.
months. Come on.
yeah.
April's
It might
Fool
be.
Day.
They might go,
Remember, William. Never go ass to mouth.
Yeah, they may go.
Yeah, don't
"Hey,
go to
April
the
Fools,
ATM."
guys. Yeah, it might be April Fools, guys. It's not coming.
I'm just saying, like with a release 2 weeks away,
Yeah,
they are
and they did-
very, very
Yeah.
lukewarm with their marketing. And
but-
I think most people forgot about it in the first place.
Yeah, and I saw the trailer. I forgot that Matt Smith was in the damn thing.
Yeah, the first 2 trailers they didn't show Matt Smith at all,
Yeah.
like other than a glimpse.
Right.
Now he's like a part of the plot in the trailer.
Right.
So, have a good night, you too, Eddie from the Bat Cave.
Here, Eddie.
Have a cucumber sandwich and get some sleep.
I like a cucumber sandwich.
Alfred made cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah, but
Miracle Whip on there,
honestly,
you're good to go.
are you guys be honest? But are you guys excited for it, or are you guys like, eh?
I was excited way back when. I'm gonna go see it.
Right. I'm still gonna go see it too, but I'm not like
the excitement level
mm-hmm.
when the first release, when the first date was set, waned a little bit. So
I'm more excited for this than I am the Batman. So I can't wait.
I'm excited to see it when it gets streaming in, I don't know, 6 months. So
it'd probably be less than that.
If you have stars, yeah, absolutely, you'll be able to watch it.
I don't have that either, so I may not see it for another year. Then it's okay.
Anybody watch DMZ on HBO Max?
Did they miss? Wasn't that supposed to be DMX?
No, DMZ. It was a Vertigo. It was a Vertigo series. And it's now on HBO Max.
Yeah, and
it stars Rosario Dawson.
There we go. I couldn't say it all last
There's only, like Randall just said, there's only 4 episodes, I believe. It's a 4-episode series. I watched I remember when the book came out, but I never read it nor picked it up. So I have this is what happened in the book expectations. I watched the first episode. I liked it, but I like Rosario Dawson. So, that's
I like Rosie Dawson.
So, like comic book G-Man says, he says it was the shit. Yeah. Again, I never read the book. So
I enjoyed it.
I never read the book. The main character is Z, and I hear that the book and the book, Randall stole that uniform from Rosario Dawson after he painted her toenails.
It's called RMZ.
But the thing is that I never read the book, so I went in not knowing anything about the book. And enjoyed. I didn't watch more than 1 episode, but I really liked the first episode. So
I'm gonna ask Randall one thing. Have you read it? Have you read the book? And did you watch it?
I have browsed through maybe 1 or 2 of the issues years ago, so I actually have no memory of it. I remember the art. I wasn't crazy about the art, but I also know that because it's a Vertigo title, like it's going to have like that indie art style. Like it's not going to be your traditional like Marvel DC,
right.
Art style. So
I forgot it was even a DC. I forgot it was even a DC thing. It's Vertigo, but I forgot it was the D. You know what I mean? Yeah. I forgot it was even a DC thing, and then I saw it. I'm like, I forgot about this.
I remember working in the store when those issues were being released on the stands. I remember those.
Right.
But I don't remember a lot of people talking about it. You had like a few people that were really into it. And usually the people that were into it were people who liked a lot of the different Vertigo titles.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like released right around the same time that Jason Aaron was doing the Scalped series.
Oh, okay.
And I remember hearing good things about Scalped. But yeah, if you like the show and you like the old, because obviously DC doesn't have Vertigo anymore.
Right.
But if you like
It's Black
the
Label
old
now.
Vertigo series, huh?
It's called Black Label now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
mean, no,
yeah,
it's literally just everything. They're branding it just DC.
yeah,
Even
but
Hellblazer, like Hellblazer was traditionally Vertigo, and now
right
you have Hellblazer
now it's
comics coming out, and it's like DC or DC Black Label.
right. But that's, I mean, honestly, it was honestly a really like if Robert didn't say anything, I wouldn't actually taken a look at it too because
Yeah.
he cried like a little baby at the end. I actually took a look at it, so it was actually good. I was surprised. I binged it last night, so it was actually
Yeah.
really good.
Well,
So
the one lady that I think she's a producer on it, she's the same lady that was going to do the New Gods with
okay.
DC, but the New Gods got canceled. She's
Okay.
also producing Naomi for the CWB.
Well,
Sorry,
I
CW.
found out something. I found out something really interesting yesterday, because I was trying to
Okay.
look up the Vampy rights to see who owns the Vampy rights in general. I was curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I come to find out that Dynamite actually sold the movie and TV rights to Vampy.
Okay.
To
So who
a
has the
small,
movie TV rights?
so a small company, like a small movie company.
Chroma.
Like no, not
Oh,
Troma.
wow.
Like a really unknown company. Like I forgot the name of the company. That's how small they are. But
It's called Wonga Vision.
it's called the Wrong Turn Vision.
Wrong turn.
Wrong turn. Because honestly,
Wrong turn.
but how the article was saying, like a lot of people are giving praise to Caprice bringing her back. Bringing in more light onto Vampy in general. So I'm pretty excited to see where these guys are gonna try to take the movie in general. So I'm excited.
I see Christopher Priest is coming back to DC also.
Yeah, Caprice is gonna be. You know what I mean? Caprice is gonna be. Caprice was good. Like a lot of his like Sacred Six characters that he got spun off. All those titles are really actually. Caprice is a great writer, man. Honestly, he actually I would recommend.
Caprice?
His name is Christopher Priest, by the way.
Chris
Priest.
Like priest, like when you go to a church.
Yeah.
He was saying Caprice, like Italian, Caprice.
Yeah.
Caprice.
Yeah, but I honestly, like everybody asked me like who I would recommend to read like volumes of Vampy. Caprice's run is really good, man. Honestly, I would recommend volume 1 of Caprice's run for
who?
I know I've been damn it, man. I
just say that guy's run.
Yeah, that guy, Priestess run. Okay, Priest. Oh yeah. But honestly, his run is pretty good, and then like Morrison's run is good. Like even what was it? Even
Millar.
Millar's run is really like those 3 runs are really decent.
Grace Moretz's run was really good too.
I saw Tom and Jerry this morning.
I've missed Chloe.
I saw Tom and Jerry this morning.
What'd you think of
that? It was actually entertaining. There's a scene where Tom dons these mechanical bat wings, and then the Tim Burton Batman music comes on, and he goes up over the moon and with the symbol back down. It's actually pretty funny, and it's violent. Tom and Jerry beating each other up just like Tom and Jerry should. So anyway, sorry for that tangent.
No, you're good.
They fight. The itchy and scratch. Oh wait, never mind.
Priest is great. His Ray series for DC, Quantum and Woody, his MK Black Panther, lots of good stuff. Well, William Sorolis, he is coming back to DC to do something.
Yeah,
maybe it's that that whatever line. Milestone line.
Right.
And but possibly some other stuff.
Yeah, because honestly, the Priest run is great. Like the Vampy run is great, and then the Vengeance, like a lot of people that been reading, like read that and read the Vampyverse and all this other stuff that they're saying that they really like Priest's stuff, but like the Vengeance of Vampy and Vampyverse is, if you read Priest's and read that, complete different. It's straight like people say those two
You
runs
know,
are straight,
has
not good.
has William Sorolla says he also did the Rebirth Deathstroke. He did.
Right.
That was a good run too.
Yeah.
I gotta ask a question. You know, DC, and I'm gonna do a hot take here. DC
Okay.
prides themselves on diversity
Right.
and pride. They're not doing Pride Month. They're doing Pride like a quarter of a year this year with their rainbow covers and all that. I got to ask you a question. Why isn't a writer like Priest, and if he has, please correct me, why isn't a writer like Priest, who's an accomplished African-American comic book writer, why doesn't he get a chance to write Batman?
Trying to think if
he's
has
qualified.
done, like, a miniseries.
But hold
he's qualified, is what I'm getting.
Actually, Anthony brings up a good. But Anthony brings up a good point though. Has a minority written Batman before? Has a minority you know what I'm talking about? Like a minority writer from comics written a Batman or a Superman book at all?
Yeah,
I mean, you would know better.
You have Dwayne McDuffie. I think Dwayne McDuffie has written some issues.
Okay.
And Dwayne McDuffie co-created Milestone.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there. That's all.
Yeah, I was curious. I was curious that myself. I was curious anyway.
I think it's not diverse.
Right.
When you bring in any Marvel, DC, Image, I don't care who it is. We're bringing in these African American writers who are talented.
Right.
But they can only write African American stories. That's retarded. Okay. That's like saying I'm saying, but that kind of approach. When you target it and say, we're bringing Christopher Priest back on Milestone books. Well,
sure.
Isn't he talented enough to write other books that maybe Brian Michael Bendis can't write, is all I'm saying. And the same thing with Marvel and DC. I hate and my hot take is just this thing. Oh, there's a new female-led movie coming out, so it has to be done by a female-led director. Why can't a female-led director direct male action stars? Why can't a female? And I know that happens. I'm not saying it doesn't, but my point is, I saw the solicitation for Christopher Priest coming back to DC, and the announcement was he's coming back to do a Milestone book. That's great. But
I think it's a Milestone team up book.
He's a talented writer. Give him something. Give him one of your 20,000 Bat titles.
Right.
Sure.
And let him go, man, because he's a good writer. That Deathstroke book that William wrote, William talked about would be great segue to a Batman book. That's all I'm saying.
It works.
Hot take over. Hot take
Yeah.
over. Just saying.
Sure. It works both ways. I think, like, let's say he has a specific story he wants to tell, and he pitches it to the editors, and the editors are like, well, that's not something we want to do right now at this moment, you know?
Right.
And then it could also be a combination of like, hey, we have a window of opportunity for you to do this now. How would you like to do it? And maybe he's already writing for somebody else. His schedule is busy, so he can't do it, you know? Now, why is he specifically coming to Milestone? It's because the big push for Milestone is to really showcase and tell the Black characters, the Black stories with Black talent. And this is coming from the people who are running the Milestone initiative. And not to mention, more importantly, they want, you know, Black people expressing Black voices. They don't want, like, look at Brian Michael Bendis when he was writing Miles Morales. Like, people love the character, but I think some people will complain, like, why is he writing Miles when someone of color who actually understands the community,
because Brian Michael Bendis had adopted children of color.
Of course, yeah.
That's why he was familiar.
Have something for his children to look up to and enjoy and like, you know.
There's no reason why an Asian can't write Black Panther. There's no reason why I can't write a female-centric book. There's no reason why a gay man or woman can't write a straight character, and vice versa. There's no reason, by the way, a straight man or woman can't write a LGBTQ XYZ character. There's no reason because they don't exist. They're things on pieces of paper.
Right.
They don't exist. So when they say, oh, we need a black man to represent a black character, or we need a white man to represent a white character, or God forbid, a white man write Black Panther, that's absurd because they're not real. So I'm just throwing it out there in case anyone knows. These things that we're talking about are not real. They're on cheap toilet paper.
And I would not recommend
the only reason we know they're persons of color is because the colorist makes them persons of color, and maybe they have characteristics. At the same time, the only reason we know a character's sexual preference, whether they like grilled cheese sandwiches or whether they are fed cucumber sandwiches by their butler confidant, is because an author has told us that they do.
Right.
But they still don't exist. So, you know. The Ray Annual 1 by Priest is great. William Cirolis, why don't you come on this show?
I can always send
him an invite. Are you disfigured?
No.
Are you like the Elephant Man?
He just works. He just works the restaurant business. So he
well, that's fine. But no offense meant. I just think William Cirolis is a quality chat guest who always comes in with the best comments, the best interaction.
And,
William, if you go to Randall's comic shop next week, he will give you 4 free copies of that
whatever your
Jerry
choice.
Seinfeld cover. Okay, free. You don't have to pay for them. You just come in, grab them, and run.
I think it'd be 4 of the world's finest.
And whatever
those over there.
Though these are 4 of the world's finest, and whatever Magic the Gathering cards you can stick in your pocket on the way out.
All of it,
all
of it courtesy of Anthony Sticka paying for those. Thank you so much, Anthony. You know, it's fantastic. It's always great to have somebody who's supporting the store and supporting customers and giving away stuff for free.
Ooh,
25 years at the Olive Garden. Holy crap, William. That's a lot of free breadsticks.
I was literally going to say, bring us some breadsticks, man. Come on. It's
so Jeff, you should do a late show.
Yeah.
You should do a late show so William can come on.
Yeah.
Here's one thing you guys don't know about William. This man goes dollar diving for comics. He finds
I know. Yeah.
The best comics. And sometimes not even just dollar comics. Like he'll go to like a what do you call it? One of those like garage sales or a sidewalk sale, and he's just coming across books. You're like, what? How much did you get that for? Like this man is on fire this year. Like almost every time he's out getting booked, he's gotten a great deal on something that's like hard to find. So you should definitely check him out on social media. Friend request him. See some of the stuff that he's posting. You know, it's amazing. Like I'm legit jealous of like how he finds these books, and on top of that, he's been collecting a long time, and he has like so many books. You know, so hopefully one day I'll have the money to buy his collection. You know, we'll see one day.
If you were just a nicer person, you'd find books like that too. Karma would naturally just take care of you.
I'm one of the nicest people you've ever met.
I've never met you, so
I am not one of the nicest people you've ever met.
Yeah, I'm not the good Asian, you guys. I'm the bad Asian. Yeah, but like how you guys know, I talk crap about this Vampy Unholy, but it's actually a decent read. But like I said, like I told you guys, it could have been just the storyline of the normal Vampy title. But honestly, I really don't, but it's actually a good read, so I'm actually happy with it. What I mean? So.
But what if Anthony reads it and then he's like, "Oh, this is a horrible read"? Does that mean you might change your mind on the book? You know, like next month or something like that. You're like,
come on.
Oh, actually, now that I've read it a second time,
Randall, you know he would not change his mind. He 100% would change his mind.
Why? What was my opinions?
You
not?
are a
Because
social
Sarah Frazetta, she
influencer
reads the
over
book.
here,
She goes,
man.
"Oh, it's a
Who,
horrible
me?
book." And
You're
you're
influencing
100% correct.
Who, me?
I'm in
Yes.
you know?
What do I influence him to do? What are you talking about?
I don't know how you do it.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you're like over there with your little things.
No,
He's like,
man.
What are you talking about?
He's like,
I only
don't think that was very good.
for the
And
last
she's
6
like,
months.
I loved it. And then he's like, it wasn't
For the
that
last
bad,
6
wasn't it?
months, I've only been spouting about things that I like, and I just think Marvel and DC, a lot of their stuff is inferior. And by the way, I'm not talking about inferior writing and art to Bronze Age stuff or 80s and early 90s. I'm talking about 7 years ago inferior. The stuff there were X titles coming out and Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And by the way, Brian Michael Bendis shit. Brian Michael Bendis could actually write comics when he was at Marvel. I don't know what the fuck he's doing at DC. I tried to read a Superman and I was like, what is going on? And
I'm going to pull Daryl.
Here we go.
Pull Daryl and be like, Anthony, how can you say that the quality is bad when you haven't even read the comics? Shouldn't you read the? Shouldn't you watch a movie first before you judge it? So shouldn't you read a comic first before you judge it?
Randall, he literally said he only talks about things he likes.
I have 10 issues.
Followed by Stephen Gates.
I have 10 issues of Batman Catwoman there. Okay. I have the last 7 years of Batman. I've bought James Tynion all through that run in the Dream Future State. I was reading Wonder Girl, Yara Flor, and then all of a sudden, Joelle Jones stopped drawing it after 3 issues. It took 3 months for 5 of the issues to come out. And then on issue 7 or 6, they said, oh, by the way, this is the last issue, and you'll read about her in some book called Trial of the Amazons. I also watched Kelly Sue DeConnick and Phil Jimenez talk about doing Amazonia, whatever the fuck it was called, since before the pandemic started. And then he puts out 1 issue and then he doesn't do any of the other issues. Like, he was promoting it for 3 years. Okay, I'm sorry. And all I see is Robin, Batman, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. It's every Bat character in 20 different books. Why can't you just give me one Jeff Johns written Justice Society of America book? Just give me one. I got a Stargirl. I got a Stargirl one shot a year ago, and I bought it, and I read it, and I loved it. And on the back, there was this huge splash page. We talked about it. Huge splash page. Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns, Justice Society of America. I'm like, yay, I'm finally going to get a new Justice. And by the way, I don't care if Jeff Johns writes it or not. I just want Justice Society of America. Give it to me. Dr. Fate is in the new Black Adam movie. Give me some JSA, man, besides an animated film.
I have a feeling. Give me a comic. I have a feeling after Dark Crisis comes out, we will finally get a JSA book, because I think it's going to be timed just in time for the Black Adam movie coming out.
Doomsday Clock.
It took Anthony right now.
It took 4 years for me to get Doomsday Clock.
Yeah.
So anyway, my point is, Randall, I have a whole pile of DC comics over there just because I haven't shared them online. Okay, I have read them. And by the way, you know what? And by the way, you know what X-Men's coming out with?
But you're mentioning 2-3 titles out of like 30 books a month that they release. You know,
I know Flash. I know Flash is quality. I know the Flash is a quality book, or was a few months ago. I like everything that Ivan Rice draws, whether Brian Michael Bendis is destroying it or not. And by the way, you know what the X-Men are doing next month or 2 months from now? They're going back to that X-Men Gala thing. What?
That was your favorite. We talked about that.
What are they doing? What
spring fashion
are they doing?
Yeah. Come on.
All right, guys, we're running on an hour and
Maybe
14
Will
minutes.
Smith's son can draw on something to play.
All right, what you got going on, Daryl, for this week?
I got nothing going on.
You don't got no disc golf videos coming? You don't got?
I'm gonna try to play. It just depends on weather and all that good fun stuff. And Saturday, hopefully, we can do a podcast. But not much going on this week.
All
You
right.
can watch DMZ, right?
No.
What's what
On
you got
HBO?
going on, Anthony?
No.
Nothing. Venerella is closed, but it is still on in demand. It's going to be there for about 2 weeks until I get tired of looking at it, and then it's going to be taken down. Not as successful as last campaign, but I matched my backers, so I'm very happy about that. And I am almost done with the book. I got about maybe 10, 11 pages left, and pretty much I picked this up yesterday. It's a double CD set of New Order from 1987, the classic rock indie alternative band from the mid 80s. Started out as Joy Division, became New Order, and I picked this 2 CD setup for 50 cents. Before I went to DeLand yesterday, my local library was having a book and media sale. So
that's cool.
I'm going to be listening to New Order because I didn't listen. I missed out on a lot of this stuff in actual 1987 when it came out. So, I always, as a music fan, I like picking up stuff that maybe I should have been listening to at the time, but instead of listening to New Order in 1987, maybe I was listening to too much Bon Jovi. I don't know.
Hey, you were slippery when wet.
So what you got going on, Randall?
I recently just created an event for the store. We're doing our official grand opening. So I'm going to be working on trying to set everything up and advertise for that. Our grand opening will be April 1st to the 3rd. So opening weekend for Morbius. So we will be doing that. And in the process of doing that, we'll also be promoting and letting everyone know to come back again in the first Saturday of May for Free Comic Book Day. So got a lot of cool stuff set up for the store. And we're still I was just talking to the business partner, and we got some more slat wall coming in. So we got to hang that up and do a couple more things. And I was actually going through one of the collections that we got, and I found a couple of Vampirella books, but I have a feeling you already have these books, Jeff, but I still pulled them to the side for you. So when you do visit the store, you have something to look at.
All right. I got you. I'll probably come in when the grand opening happens. So
I got one other thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Daryl.
Well, I
Could be.
I wonder what's going on there. That's exciting.
It could be James coming back. Is he here? Let me call him. Let me see.
Yeah. We're gonna listen in. This is exciting. Okay. Yeah. You guys give me a lot of crap because every time there's a movie that we talk about, it's like Daryl hates it. The Adam Project was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So
Mark it on the calendar.
For the next 3 years, I've got one that I can say I liked.
All right.
We got one. 2022 is already off to a good start.
We're done. We're done for the year.
All right, guys. I got the Nerdy Collective going on next weekend. Well, I won't be. It's gonna be the last show until October for Robert. Robert's gonna take a little hiatus for a little bit, and the Nerdy Collective won't be back until October. But I have to work that Saturday, next Saturday, so I won't be on. But we'll have other co-hosts on with them. So just to make sure to tune in, guys. But then I'll have the Extreme Nerd Table next weekend. And like I said, I'm trying to reboot the Cantonese Comic Wednesdays still, so still trying to figure that out. And then I have my birthday, my birthday is gonna have a special interview with Sarah Frazetta, so that's gonna happen. So
awesome.
Pretty excited about that. So
nice.
And then I'll check you guys next week, and we'll all see you next week, and we'll check you guys later, guys. See ya.
Never go ass to mouth.